Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS. Let's get to the news. Now folks, what we're about to dive into is a story that could shake things up not just in the NFC South, but across the entire NFC landscape. The trade rumors swirling around Kirk Cousins are gaining momentum, and honestly, it's leaving a lot of us Falcons fans with a mix of curiosity and cautious optimism. It's no secret that the Falcons have been eyeing the quarterback position with a lot of focus this offseason, especially with the bright future they see in Michael Penix Jr. But the whispers of Kirk Cousins potentially being on the move before the trade deadline have added a new layer of intrigue to this story. You see, right now, all signs point to Cousins remaining on the Vikings roster for the time being. The team has publicly indicated that they see him as their guy, and he's had a solid camp, showing he's healthy again after that Achilles injury that sidelined him last season. But as we all know, in the NFL, things can change quickly, especially as the season unfolds and teams reassess their needs. What makes this story particularly interesting is the speculation from NFL insiders, especially Tom Pelissero, who recently appeared on the NFL Network and shared some insights that are worth paying close attention to. Pelissero suggested that the Los Angeles Rams could be a potential landing spot for Kirk Cousins if the right opportunity arises. Now, why would the Rams be interested? Well, for starters, the Rams are in a bit of a quarterback limbo right now. Matthew Stafford has been dealing with a back injury throughout the preseason, and he hasn't participated much in training camp. That's raising eyebrows and sparking conversations about what might happen if Stafford's injury lingers or worsens. The Rams, under the leadership of head coach Sean McVay, have always been known for their strategic moves, and acquiring a seasoned quarterback like Cousins could be a game-changer if they decide to go that route. Pelissero's point is that while the Falcons have publicly stated they have no plans to trade Cousins, the NFL landscape is ever-changing, and things could shift as the season progresses. He mentioned that Cousins has had a very good camp, is healthy again, and has expressed a desire to play. That's a crucial detail because it signals that Cousins isn't just sitting on the sidelines, waiting for a move. He's ready and eager to be on the field. Moreover, the Falcons have reportedly received calls about Cousins back in the spring, though nothing that moved the needle enough to cause a major shift in their plans. Still, that tells us that there's some level of interest from multiple sides, and with the trade deadline set for early November, there's a window of time for negotiations to heat up. Now let's think about the Falcons' perspective here. Having Kirk Cousins as a backup option behind Michael Penix Jr. isn't just about having a veteran presence, it's about adding quality insurance. Penix is an exciting young quarterback with a lot of potential, but he's still unproven at this level. If Cousins were to come in, even as a backup, he would bring stability, leadership, and a wealth of experience, especially in high-pressure moments. This kind of veteran presence can be invaluable in a playoff push, which is very much on the Falcons' radar this season. The team has been building a competitive roster, and with their defense and offensive weapons, they are positioning themselves to make a serious run. However, the main question remains, under what circumstances would the Falcons consider trading for Kirk Cousins? Well, the most logical scenario would involve some major development with Matthew Stafford. If Stafford's back injury proves to be more serious, or if he is unable to start the season at full strength, the Rams might look for a veteran quarterback to fill that gap quickly. Cousins' familiarity with a similar offensive scheme and his experience in high-stakes games could make him an attractive option for the Rams. Remember, Cousins has played in multiple playoff games, and his leadership qualities are well documented. The Rams, who have a talented roster, but are currently dealing with some uncertainty at the quarterback position, could see Cousins as a short-term solution that could potentially turn into a longer-term plan if everything aligns. And let's not forget the timing here. The trade deadline is set for November 4th, which gives all teams involved plenty of time to evaluate their situations monitor injuries, and see how their seasons unfold. For the Falcons, watching how Penix Jr. develops and how the team performs in the first half of the season will be key. If they find themselves in a strong playoff position and the right opportunity presents itself, pulling the trigger on a trade for Cousins could be on the table. It's a delicate balancing act, though, because the Falcons have invested in Penix and are clearly looking toward the future with him. But that's the beauty of the NFL. It's all about adaptability, and smart teams know when to pivot. What's particularly interesting about this situation is how it highlights the ongoing chess match that NFL teams are playing. On one side, the Vikings may be reluctant to trade Cousins unless they get a significant return, especially since he's been a consistent performer for them. On the other side, the Falcons are weighing their options, considering not just the immediate season, but also their long-term plans. They're evaluating whether Cousins can be a bridge quarterback, providing stability and leadership as Penix Jr. continues to develop, or if they see an opportunity to upgrade their quarterback position for a potential playoff push. From a statistical standpoint, Kirk Cousins has been quite solid over the years. Although he's often underrated, his ability to throw accurately and make smart decisions under pressure has kept him in the conversation as a reliable veteran quarterback. His performance last season demonstrated that he can still operate at a high level, even amid some injury setbacks. If he joins a team like the Rams, or even if he remains with the Vikings, his experience and composure are assets that any team would value, especially in tight playoff games where every possession counts. Now, for Falcons fans, there's a lot to think about here. The team has been showing promising signs, and the addition of a veteran like Cousins, if it happens, could provide that extra layer of confidence and stability needed during the critical moments of the season. But at the same time, it's essential to remember that nothing is set in stone yet. The NFL is a league of surprises, and things can change in a flash. The key takeaway is that we should keep an eye on how things develop over the next few weeks leading up to the trade deadline. Will the Falcons make a bold move? Will the Rams or another team step in with an offer that the Vikings can't refuse? Only time will tell, and just imagine the possibilities. If Cousins were to join Atlanta, he'd be stepping into a talented offense with a solid running game and capable receivers. He'd bring leadership and poise, which are exactly what a team looking to make a deep playoff run needs. Plus, given the Falcons' recent history of rebuilding and strategic moves, a trade for a seasoned quarterback like Cousins would signal that they're serious about competing now, not just building for the future. It's a fascinating storyline, and as fans, we should be prepared for any twists and turns. In the end, what's clear is that the NFL trade season is always full of surprises, and this year looks no different. The potential for Kirk Cousins to change teams before the deadline adds an extra layer of excitement to the season. Whether he stays with the Vikings, moves to the Rams, or perhaps ends up in Atlanta, his journey will be one to watch closely. For us Falcons fans, it's a reminder that our team is always in the mix, always looking to improve and adapt, and that the season is just beginning to heat up. So stay tuned, keep your eyes on those developments, and get ready for what promises to be an intense, unpredictable NFL season. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Atlanta Falcons news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. As we wrap up, I want to emphasize how crucial it is for Falcons fans to stay engaged and keep supporting the team. The potential move for Kirk Cousins is just one piece of a much bigger puzzle, and the season promises to be full of drama, strategy, and incredible moments. Whether or not we see Cousins donning the Falcons jersey, the fact that this storyline is even in the conversation shows how competitive and ambitious this team truly is. If they can add that veteran experience and leadership, it could be the missing piece that elevates their game to new heights. So keep your fingers crossed, stay optimistic, and enjoy every moment of what's shaping up to be an electrifying NFL season. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all of this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Falcons. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news. Thanks for being with me today, and let's keep supporting our team, because the best is yet to come.